issue. You should know how that place wants. These are some of the things that you should be able to know. It's not just about when there's a session, you close your hand, fold your hands, and after all of the talking, you say, yes, I'm going to do my work. No. The people want to sit and lawmaker asking some sound questions. When it comes when they are in session talking, you have control over that place. It was the reason why the people elected you because they know that you have control over it. So it's not about doing the work, so it goes together, but they need to see you talking. So
Yeah,
the women is what you have to do. You have to put them talk. At times, people even start to make you as a mentor, their role model from the way you talk, from the
yeah,
way you address the issue within
yeah,
the house.
yeah. Safe to say that many young women admire Senator Yumbly Kanga Lawrence,
Yeah,
whether she for or
indeed.
against, but her stance, she's known all over the world because the parliament is trained all over the world. When the House of Representatives is in session, when the Senate is in session, just follow the live feed. You will see comments from Bangladesh, from Italy, from France, from Germany, from Portugal,
So tell me,
all over the world. Sometimes you read the person is saying that senator is sleeping.
exactly. So tell me, when you have people, that's what the media can do. It takes you all over. Somebody can be sitting in California and be Washington, in Liberia. Yeah. So if you are in the house and you have all of these people watching you, then you just sit. You just have 2 or 10 or 11 persons just talking. You can talk. Then
And
why you went into
and
the house?
and they see two women, say the camera just focused on two female legislators sitting quietly.
Why the
They
men
were
can talk?
yeah, they were wondering about what is happening. These women can talk, they don't know the issue.
That's how people would think. For an example, if I come and sit on this radio, and Andrews, you are just talking, talking, you are doing all of the talking, and I'm not talking. You know how people will feel? But when it comes to opening the phone lines, it's when I open the phone line, be able to talk. Not people out there will take me. It's the same thing we can talk about the women. The women, when they go out for them to talk, this war. Look, listen to put money like we have a lady on that show. It's the man that all of the talking. She doesn't even talk. She gets her backing the man up. You know how people see that? That's how they take. They feel that you just don't know the issue.
And there are many backups in the legislature, especially the House of Representatives. As according to what my colleague just said, it's not what your colleague said. What you ought to say.
At times they feel like second emotion.
Yeah,
Say
yeah,
something.
exactly.
Yeah,
I just don't like that thing.
your
You go to a
views.
meeting and then you hear a person say, like Samira has said. No, Samira said horse. Say yours.
You have your thinking. I have my own.
Yeah,
That thing together is not possible. So if even you are saying similar thing to mine, yours will be different.
yeah.
There will be a difference between that part. So that's it. To the women out there, you have to be consistent. You have to keep trying. We are saying that we need women in the house. We need women inclusion, but at the same time, we need women who are outspoken, women who knows the issue.
Yeah, get on the floor.
Yeah, these are the people we need. We just don't want somebody going to the house and sitting. Yes, you are doing well for your district. You are properly out of the bills. You are helping your district, but we need to see you talk. At times, as soon as you catch the flow to talk, you get people start admiring you. I like that woman. I like the way she talks.
And
People,
as soon as everything is finished, there is the induction. I don't think it will go to the induction. I may not get the setup right. But when everything is over, there's the next election for speaker.
yeah,
Buffer Chambers
it's out.
is out.
Yeah.
The the election that brought President Weah to power, Representative Mema Briggs Menza opted. She did contest and she didn't win. She lost the deputy speaker to the current Funati Kofa.
Mhm.
So you think we're going to see a fight again for a deputy speaker in the House of Representatives? Because one thing that I am certain of, Councillor Deputy Speaker Funati Kofa will want to ascend.
It's out, of course. Of course.
You want to go as speaker. So that is already set. I know he's planning for it already. So now the women miss it 6 years
Yeah,
ago.
the first term.
You see them moving, it's another opportunity. Or you think they're just going to say, okay, we tried, we didn't get it. The men continue to dominate. Let them go ahead, let them take it. You see women, you see women rising up.
As the dad, I can tell you that it's all left with them to be able
Do you want
to
you want a
control them.
deputy,
But
a female speaker?
yes, I will want that and I would love that because these things are history. We want to see women up there. But the fact that 6 years ago we had a woman who went there to be able to contest, it shows that we women we are being brave in politics, right? At first, once the man is over there, I will not want to contest with the man because I feel that he's able to do the job, right? But now I would love to see women going for that position. In fact, I would really love to see it between two women. Of course, then we know who has the IQ. Then we will be able, yeah, two
But
women.
why not the women coming together in one accord with one name?
Yeah, that could be a nice one too. But if other for the women who would like to agree, and the women in the house they are happy. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's one of the
But they
things
have
too.
to be supportive
We
of
should
each other because
take into consideration.
what we saw from the document that came from the legislature 6 years ago, some of the women abstained. Some of them didn't go for Mema Briggs Mensa. They opted for Fonati Kofa.
Because they feel that a man will be able to deliver. They are not trusting their own friend woman. That's the problem. Because it had not been like that from the previous stage. It had always been men in politics. Just look at it.
So before we move to our next issue, uh, the flow, the flow going to miss the name. The House of Representatives, that flow going to miss the name. In
Mhm.
terms, I say the House of Representatives going to miss a name, a fighter, a filibuster.
Mm.
Uh, what is that name? Just
If,
simple quiz.
if the house is going to miss a name,
That name, that flow fighter isn't there any longer.
uh, it's
Monday's quiz for you.
it's, I would like to say too
You
many people.
might get something substantial at the end of
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
So
too
what is
many
that
people.
name at the house? We talk about the female. You want to see a female flow fighter.
Of
We
course.
have had many male fighter. You
Mhm.
encourage them, then that is true. The legislature, you have to rise up. You have to step up to your game. That's one of the ways. That one of the ways you can get yourself on some committees. You can get yourself being called here and there. Too many things happen in the legislature. As a
Yeah,
matter of fact, your colleagues will not move to you in terms of using your expertise when they can see the expertise on the floor.
yeah,
The reason why they will go to Sammy, they will go to Grace, they will go and say, we need you today. We need you to do this. We're preferring this bill. We need you to support us. We need your number. It's because of what they see on the floor.
yeah.
But if they see all of the time you're sleeping, you can't talk, they won't go to you. People move to aggressive people.
Yes,
They
and one
move
of
to influential figures.
yes, but let me just say that before we go to the full lines, where one thing I tell people is that women, if you start to be complacent, complacency is where the problem comes from. You feel that if you are in the house, I'm already the representative of this magistrate. Don't need to be here, oh yeah, boy, if we know that these things
Yeah.
are
So
here.
answer the
So,
question
then
now. You want to get your Monday stuff. What does that mean? That the House of Representatives going to miss? A flow fighter was a flow fighter, a strong filibuster on that flow. Who? What does that mean?
I have the name and I would actually like to call it out, but let me leave it to the public yet.
Call it
Let
name.
them
Call
be
it name. You won't get your.
yes,
It's not for the public. It's for you.
the public are
Yeah.
listening to us. Maybe
Yeah.
somebody in a
No.
later comment will be like, I know that name. I'm going to call that name. It's
No,
so
there are two names. You just one. Okay, so that's it. The legislature going to miss real flow fighter, and his party also will miss. They have already started missing him. I don't know whether they will have a person like that, whether he's going to walk away. And that flow fighter, from the very first day he entered the legislature, he dropped all fear. He uh, he faced reality head on, and he became a voice in that legislature. There are two, one there, the other is out. Representative or former representative Akaris Gray. Gray was a flow fighter. His party will miss him a lot.
The general.
Yeah, it will
People
miss
call
him
him
a
the
lot.
general.
There, you need a party like these parties going into the legislature. You will need certain people, especially to get certain issues accomplished. It's not just like you say, just being a representative vote.
It's
You
not.
have to battle,
Yeah.
and the battling comes with counter battles. So if you cannot stand it on that flow, you see the legislature at certain point in time, the people causing each other.
You
Sometimes they
want to
even
fight.
go personal.
You want to fight.
Yeah,
Like when you're always saying you have to work on attention. When I'm seeing that camera, at times, most especially, you can tell you to put the camera on me. I want to address the issue. One day, like you talked about Akara's brain, the other day, it was in the house, they had a session. He got angry and he said, if that man come here, I will beat him.
yeah, yeah.
That day, it was his day. He said, me, I will beat that man. Why do you always do things like this? Why do you always disrupting this place? You know, he was actually angry
That,
at me.
that place is tempting.
Very
It's
tempting.
tempting. I can see why the women try to keep their character in check because they got sometimes they go. I think this yes, they same administration. They same we are the administration past administration. The win personal with some women. I think I can remember a woman saying, "Oh, you had to take time you talk to me, and I'm a married woman." But what they're not married woman,
She
married
go
man,
to
basically.
Twitter and people drop.
Not married.
And I can tell people, actually, when you are leaving your house, men, women, you have your children at home. There they will respect you. If you are leaving your house, take your respect and put it in your back pocket. I sat on a text say the other day, do you wish a girl to want own me? I said yes. Like you right, we get in the street. And then you don't get you see me. Just your no matter how you get tell put your husband to your house, put your respect in your pocket and go home.
That legislature not for married man, married woman, get my this, I get my that. You see, the South African parliament, the Ugandan parliament, when you see, especially the South African parliament, those are majority of them are married women. Well, they can lead a ring. That means they not that they take the ring, but they lead that whole image. When they get in that parliament, they face up to the men. When the men say one, they say two. When the men say, when the men use the S word, they use the S word double two. And that man is subdued right there.
Yes.
But when you, that's one of the ways you get strong on the floor. Yet the women have to stop this whole thing. Yeah, I'm a married woman. You ain't get woman. You ain't get, yeah. No, you in parliament. Parliament never joke.
Make
They're
suggestions.
not children play that. They're not nursery center. They're not
No,
place to pamper people.
no, they're not even for
So
you.
if you can withstand the issues, if you can withstand the test of time, like the expression has said, if you can stand the heat in the kitchen, what do? You get out.
That was that.
Yeah. So over there, the heat box.
Yeah, so that's just it for
Okay,
the women.
let's move to the next issue. Then we open the line. The new Michael McCarthy replacement.
Mm.
He's Mark Turner. He said that President Weah's administration has recognition for corruption and lawlessness, and that he will do all in his power to fight against these vices during his assignment year. Addressing the U.S. Congressional Foreign Relations Committee confirmation on Friday, Ambassador Turner said progress made in Liberia since the end of the war in 2003 has been eroded by corruption and lawlessness in the current administration. I should quote him verbatim here. He said, the United States is the largest bilateral donor to Liberia, with more than US 5 billion in bilateral assistance since 2003. That assistance has paid concrete dividends. in the economic, education, security, and public health sectors. But that progress has also been heavily eroded by growing lawlessness and corruption within the present administration. He went further to tell the Congressional Confirmation Committee that if confirmed, he plans to lead the United States government's efforts to hold corrupt government officials accountable and keep Liberia on a path of self reliance so that ordinary Liberians see the benefits of private sector growth and accountable government. These efforts, he went further to say, are geared towards ensuring that Liberia remains the United States' most steadfast partner in Africa.
Hmm.
And then he went further to say at his confirmation hearing during, yeah, the Peace Corps volunteer, he will talk about it. He said, during that time, I had the privilege to work alongside many dedicated Liberian health professionals, people who show up every day to work under difficult circumstances without any guarantee of irregular payback. These are the people who inspired me to this day through their commitment, courage, and determination. In essence, he's saying that Liberia is not strange to him, that he been here before, he knows the terrain, he understands the politics, so he's not a stranger
Stranger.
to Liberia at all. He also, what did he say again? He said Liberia is also a country shaped by years of conflict, terror, disease, and hardship. It speaks to the Liberian people's resilience when in 2017, the country achieved a significant milestone by carrying out the first peaceful transition of power between two elected presidents over 70 years, and on and on. What did he say about President Weah? What did he say? The next steps, he went further. The next steps to fostering this peace began on October 10 when Liberians cast their ballots to elect the next president and vice president, as well as eight lawmakers, a process in which a runoff is imminent, since none of the presidential candidates managed to gain the constitutional 50 plus 1% to emerge as outright winner of the presidential election. This has set up a context between the two leading candidates who are poised to face off next in a runoff. President Weah, President Weah and his challengers pledged to hold an election, he said, that is peaceful, free, and fair. And we, the United States, and our partners are doing everything in our power to hold them accountable for delivering on that commitment. And his address is so long, so long.
Mm.
Okay, so those are some of the bits and pieces. Two essential: the accounting, lawlessness, and corruption
Mm.
are the two menaces, he said, in this current government that he's going to focus on. America infused more than 5 billion in donor support, and everything is being eroded if hasn't been eroded by corruption and lawlessness.
Mm.
Is he
So
right?
he knows exactly the point uh, from where he's speaking from. Um, he have been obsessed with Liberia because whatever we do here, it go out there. People out there in the diaspora they are aware of everything that's going on here. Yeah, so he knows his point wherein he's speaking from when he's talking about corruption and lawlessness. So many the
Like,
country,
corruption is all over the place.
yeah,
Corruption is everywhere.
yeah,
Corruption is widespread. It's
mm,
pervasive. Lawlessness. Lawlessness is just to say to do against the law, going contrary what the law says. You do
you are not a
something.
body.
Thank you.
Yeah,
So all over the place, you see all over the place, too many things being happening. Yeah, people circumvent the law institutionally and individually,
there are some
and they
things,
go with impunity.
of course. There are some things that they are not to say, and they say it, but then they go away scot free. Yeah, that's another form of being lawlessness. I mean, lawlessness, right?
People don't know money comes in. It's manipulated some way somehow by their knowledge.
So he's
Five
saying,
thousand, 10,000, 15,000 is taken out, no accountability. And too many we have seen and heard over the time, so much so that because the same thing, what you see happening today, this is not a news, it's not referring to a news, it's not making a news either. He's only referring to the usual. Like you remember in Salif's administration, it was her second term. So much money were coming into Salif's administration. And from the onset, she had the support. So her officials, some of our officials saw it as a glorious opportunity now. So the second half of her regime, what did the US government say? After the release series. All that you see happening with rural government, the releasing situational report on this, human rights, economic, uh, they happen during Salih administration. The U.S. government don't favor a specific because we have seen it. What did they say in former President Eli Johnson Salih government? What did they tell her? It came a time when they saw that corruption was widespread, it was pervasive, it was a commonplace. What they issue a 5-page document. The third page, they made it clear that they would not put their money in any rogue regime hand. They refer to alien government as rogue regime. That means the monies were coming in from us and from other partners, from other multilateral institutions. You people were just putting it or misusing it. There wasn't accountability and all of that. Do you know that it was one of two things that Ellen could not really corruption? What did she say? The first time she said corruption was when she took over in her address, that corruption will be public enemy number one. The next time she used that expression, she said corruption was systemic. That means it has the virus spread to all of the system, all of the corners everywhere nationally. And then at the close of her administration, what did she say? Corruption was
vampire.
vampire. And that's what has kept Liberia back. God set Liberia in a way that this country should not be in the state that it's in. But what happened from the very first day till now, and I don't know whether it will even come to corruption all over the place. And you know why? Everybody, everybody wants to be that big boy, big girl. Everybody wants to tell people that I build this house, I build this, I have the entertainment center. So if a person is placed in a position, the next thing that man is thinking on that level is thinking of how to manipulate. Two, if telephone calls coming in, call coming from upstairs, there isn't anything like hesitation. So it's going. So corruption takes different forms. It all starts from the mind. It takes different form everywhere.
and these are
So
the same people who will want to stop corruption before going into their position, their positions. They will speak against corruption. As soon as they enter there, it starts to spread among them.
let's move to the vice president,
Mhm.
Joy Howard too.
Yeah, she talked to the people of one county, and what she said was they should be able to vote like the Eastern voted. Yes, because if you look at Bone County,
Going into runoff now.
yes, they were not. It was why she spoke to them. If you look at the Bone County, you will see that Joseph Boakai have voted, right? And we sat on this platform and told people that maybe Joelle never played her part so well because people expect her to get control over her county, right? But one thing I can always tell people, when we sit here, some of my colleagues on the show, when they say these things, I'm always telling them that I don't care how it can be, right? If the people don't want to vote for you, they will not vote for you. I don't care how much this you can have. But they be like, don't you see how Prince Johnson It's like he tell the people of Liberia things that will make them not to vote for whoever he don't want to vote for. So Joel should be doing that to the people of Oak County, most especially in her own district, Unity Party Tactical District, as our last president. People say that it shouldn't be like that. And it makes a lot of sense too, because if you are the VP for the country, you should get control over your county. Like we saw it with Joseph Walker's time at the time he was the vice president to the former president Joseph Leaf. He had control over local county because people feel that these people are your people. You should know how to talk to them, how to control them. That's how politics is like. Wherever your interest is, so you try to help the country. But if you are from Bone County, the people of Bone should be rooting for you. That's how it goes. You get control over your people. Like people refer to Prince Ruthie as the political godfather for Lincoln County. He has that control. So everybody, like I can tell you, everybody has that stronghold, right? Everybody has their stronghold. Even in Louva County, Thomas Fala, part of the district, just when we are, you can have votes there. It's because he has Thomas Fala there who's talking to his part of people. Hmm? Louva County people are saying that Louva County is for Waka. But on the other hand, you should be able to go to that. You have other Lofians in the race. So definitely they are going to take that part of our percentage out too, right? Like Thomas Father did for President Weah. He talked to a people of his district and they were able to vote President Weah overwhelmingly in that district. And President Weah carry out votes them. So people are expecting, the past president now to be able to talk to the people of the county that she did over the weekend. She told them that they should vote the way out this of Easting and voting. Yeah, she talks to the people. Yeah, these are some of the things.
You're listening to Good Morning Liberia on Voice of Liberia. St. Andrew Samira Wallach presentation on days 23rd day of October 2023, elections year in Liberia. A possible runoff between the two elite political parties historically in Liberia, the Coalition for Democratic Change and Unity Party. We talk the issues. It's now yours to have your say on any one of our talking points 0770 97907 0880 97907. Morad son, you are watching from Italy. Thank you so much. And Maki Donowu Parker, you are also following from the Turkish Republic of Cyprus, Northern Cyprus. Thank you ever so much for following from all the way. The same thing we talk about the Liberian legislature. When you are sitting in there or when you are on the floor, it's been televised all over the world. So if you are a Bobo lawmaker, when the people say you Bobo, don't get vexed. 0770 907 0880 907 Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning. 0770 And you are on Good Morning Liberia on Voice of Liberia 104.1 and Voice of Liberia 89.7 Kakata Magibi County. Good morning.
Yeah.
You are on the air, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, you are on the air. Speak.
Thank you so much for this. Brilliant idea you bring on very much. Hello.
What's the name? 0770 Good morning.
Good morning, my dear brother St. Andrew. Good morning to the female general studio review. This is the Godston T. Williams, the proud the revolutionary son of Maryland County, and I join you for the number 10 of this series. It's always a blessing to be on the platform. My brother, you can set it up. But again, I will just speak to the issue of the women participation in our data of our president. Women participation is good, but equally so, women are noted for not putting their own, especially we that live in number 10. In which we stood with Jeffrey David as men, in which we stood, but equally when we were, I'm a part official of the CDC for this number 10. All the time we saw, they were always promotion among the women, the CDC women themselves. They were always promotion with some other people wanting to other auditing. And we could see that the women they were not they were not you could see that the women they were not wearing their face line. Even the people that you go to the electric, they see that face that women will not support women. I don't know why they can always do anything, but they can always have their friends. Even when the person, they are the women, they play the social, they want to play the social today. When somebody is shot, one lady is shot, all women. But they forget all these things and they will go and go. Somebody can you imagine I was saying at home, I'm a boy, cost again a little. But tomorrow when you tell the street, you call them up, she won't get it with you, tomorrow she say, oh, you rule. She even want to talk about somebody will talk, tomorrow
All
she
right,
say,
sir.
oh,
Thank you so much for calling. Have a nice morning. Good morning.
yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you. Where are
Yeah,
you calling in from? Yeah, let's hear you.
I said, I want to say thank you this morning for the talking point. The point when the vice president is very timely, I see it is time for the Bongis to go in the right direction as we are preparing ourselves in Magini country, we are ourselves to vote. We are for a second time re-election. I want to say thank you this morning for the show.
Thank you so much. Have a nice Monday. 077090790708880 Ansu Coleman, you are calling from the National Aspirant Council of Liberia, local for short. Thank you so much for calling. Have a nice morning. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Thank you. And you?
Yeah, I'm quite proud. I want to thank you for the studio time. I want to thank you so much. But what I want to say here is, many of our women youth people are saying they are afraid. Yeah, the women are afraid. And majority of the time, even when women go to meetings, and men are more than women not a majority of the work. So now even to put it, they say, any woman say, come pray for all, they will reject it. Anything you tell them, say, they will reject it. Even my candidate now, and the person movement. Anytime, you say, the people can be afraid of brother. So they need to put on their armor.
But have you tried any one of them in your community? Have you tried giving them the opportunity?
Of course, of course.
And it was rejected?
No, they went down. They didn't make it. I think they blew take the whole week.
Okay. Thank you so much for calling. Have a nice morning. 0770-907-907-0880-907-907. Send your message on Facebook and it will be read. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Milcom calling from Jollyville.
Milk on what?
Yeah, thank you for the topic on discussion this morning concerning about the president. What is you are doing for the Bongi before you say the Bongi man vote for? You doing something as a father when you put your children running for to you, they will make that happen. When you see you, they will be running to you. But you're not giving nothing to your children. You send yourself for water, they will not do it. So we are going to vote. Who we are to vote for?
Okay,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you so much. Have a nice Monday morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Lawrence M. Bonnie, I'm calling from Justice.
Let's hear you, Mr. Gonia.
Yeah, we're talking about there are two major roads in Bunkani, one in the Panta district. The road that leads from Panta to go straight to Guinea. When you see that road, you will pick one for us. Then we get a Goldman road, the road that leads from Pala to go to the Goldman. The government then will think Bunkani, they just taking money from the people. They just come to the agreement for the people to do it. There are three major roads. Even that car up there, I'm telling you, the road that leads from there to go to the now, I don't go for it.
All right. Thank you so much for calling, Chief. Thank you. Have a nice morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you this morning?
I'm doing fine. Thank God Almighty. And you?
Don't ever not me for looking good.
I say you, Mr. Kanga.
I appreciate it. I hope you're in the house because you can talk with me. I appreciate you so much.
You contest in 2029.
Yeah, I don't know who's the district.
Tell the mayor district.
I will go against it to register there.
Stop me tell the mayor district. That district 10. That district 10.
No.
Tell me, yeah, the one will tell you our district.
Okay, all right. Okay, back to the topic, my brother. We talk about vice presidency, telling people to social. Since I'm moving urgent, she told Nigerian people Joseph Michael was leading urgent, moving urgent. So I'm not expecting her to talk to one country people to put her off. But why me? Let you be sleeping. If you moving urgent, we have no problem with them. And let me tell you, the mistake the Europeans make, the mistake we make to go for job where it's will not repeat that way.
Okay, I'm not one we're talking now. At the second half of the discussion. Yeah, don't worry. We're coming to that one. 0770 97907 0880 97907. The second half of the show will focus on the runoff. Who you think which way is going to go? Already they have started their campaign. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. This is
Let's hear you, sir.
Okay, I just want to say this. Let me just ask you this question. You have your son who you send to school for the first year. He failed. They came up with 59 average. And just to tell you about what you do for me, please go grab the teacher so that I can get promotion to the second grade. If you are a good parent, when you allow that, you don't have to tell them build this country. Misery, that's whatever condition. If you are a father who live in a home and you are working, you got a salary, your money is
So
low.
you want to be very specific. Go straight to the point. Which way?
To vote them this time around.
But what is the wrong in telling the people to vote? That campaign. She has to put it on our party.
Never deliver me very wicked to the people. See the life of the people. See what you win. I'm getting elected. You told the team that if you're not going to see anything, we are going to what? We are going to dismiss you as a dead.
Okay.
When the government is elected, it's not going to become a particle. I thought the government was for the people of Nigeria. This is very preposterous.
Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you so much. Have a nice Monday. 0770 907 907 0880 97907. You're listening to Good Morning Liberia on Voice of Liberia 104.1, Morovia, Voice of Liberia 89.7, Pakatamagedi County, the online radio that you can log onto www.voiceofliberiaradio.com, and then you can also log on to the Facebook Voice of Liberia. Just put in the search box Voice of Liberia. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. I'm listening to you, or we are listening to you.
All right. My name is Josiah Smith from the
Let's hear you, sir.
All right, thank you. Let me say first of all, thanks to all of the media outlets in this country. Most especially the one that are very well and using that generation. Word totally not all. Thanks to you guys in the media that continue to free speech, that continue to educate us when it comes to national happenings, both local and international. Having said that, no, let me tell you, finally, no, you say the way you made that pay, I think a lot of money. You see, most of our leaders, representatives, senators that were put out, they want to make up their pay. I had a lot of money. You know, in this country, people are taking public service to be private service for themselves, where they will match community work for their very self. Then they turn it to the people out that public below rules. There are two things: public below rules and private below rules. That was done in the PAT, public administration. Then except the public office. So, public is the people, the administration is the service. They should be working in the interest of the people that you are going to have public service to serve. But it's all the contrary in our country. So we are asking our people that public below us is looking for private below us. We vote for people, people vote for public offices.
So what is or what are the public deliverables?
I'm very good, thank you. So, you know, number one, public below is this. For example, the Maya Koko, the power limit unit party.
What are the public deliverables?
Now I can tell you now.
Name them. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right. Liberia Government High School in Montreal County. The Bureau of Liberia Government and 10 over the country and property. Private development. Liberia Government County Government with the team of family in Liberia. That's public achievement there. Public achievement with Liberia Government with the public. They carry on with the people. The one that Barry Hospital, the American Hospital in my country. He came over to the government document that public development. The American Hospital in my country that is public for him. That is not a he. Hello?
I'm listening to you, Chief.
All right. Now, public. The one that Barry Hospital, the American Hospital in my country, came over to the government. All the government today. The government hospital in my country. Now, public development there. Public service.
Okay.
The American
Thank you so much. 0770907 That's all I needed to have known from you by education. Public deliverables and private deliverables. You explained that. The rest of it, no. 0770907 You're listening to Good Morning Liberia and Voice of Liberia. You want to lower your radio or move away from this, I beg you. Morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
Thank you very much, my brother. This is the voice of Tia Coste for your
Was the Ritopa, she went in and she said then you are being specific. But when you're not too sure, you can just be gallivanting between numbers. Then we want to give you an understanding. You won't give chance. Then you say you're generally, you're generally. Who told you you're not journalist? You're everybody is a journalist. That's why I consider it journalism. You ought to be anyway. 0770907907. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
This is Newton Plate.
Yeah.
Okay, I call to give my input on the discussion. For CDC, let CDC just look for somewhere to sit down. They are outlive their useful life. Once the Liberian people are make up their mind to vote them out, let them just forget it. Even the second round, no matter what strategy they might put
You
in place.
made up your mind, or the people made up their mind. You're speaking for the people, or what you have resolved within yourself, of yourself, by yourself.
What I make up in myself.
Are you speaking for the people you said the laboratory resolve? Do you know the people, you know their mind, or you're speaking for yourself?
But the people I'm talking about, all of the people, I mean, you can see for yourself that from the research, you can tell where we are heading from. For all the case of the history of CDC, even the great early running put up we are telling about and met on there with Korea. So this time around, as you can see for yourself that somebody will have 43%, another will have 43%. That never happened in the history of Korea from 2005, 2011, even up to 2017. So from that trend of voting, we can tell you from any indication that CDC have become some party that is going to be back permanently. And it will become the NDP in a time to come very soon from now to the 7th of November.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. Have a nice Monday morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name and where you calling in from?
I call from Toyota.
What is your full name?
Moses Kole.
Let's us hear you, Mr. Kohler. Mr.
Yeah.
Kohler, you are on the
Hello?
you are on the air. We are listening to you.
Yeah, your discussion you're having, I admire it, but let us be realistic as Nigerian, right? You know, let's just take 2 decades or 2.5. We should compare the vice president that run through during the 2 decades and see which of them have done well. You see, the Joel Taylor might not have everyone, but she trying her best. She has been some people. Although she has not helped any of my family member, but I know few people that she has helped. So if she coming to make a bunkie, you leave it with a bunkie. For the past time, I know other past presidents are not done well. I think with a second on top of this is one of the vice presidents ready with like ready give credence to. Yes. Well, if you really compare, really, none of the Joel Howe is just one of the person that are not doing nothing. Although she helped few people.
Oh,
But
but
all
you
through
say
past
you
presidents,
say
they
she
are
has
free.
not done anything.
So let's
They
be
say, or
realistic.
does she
Really.
help few people? Even at one person, that's
I
something.
said she helped few people.
But that's
Yeah,
something, my
but
man. It's significant. She helped.
yeah, she helped few people. Ready. So
Okay,
every
Steve.
one of them are the thing. Let's be realistic, ready. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you so much too. Have a nice day. 0770 All that we'll be doing is for your input. Thank you so very much. Your spice of the first half of the show. Good morning, Liberia. Let's move down to the second and final lap of the show. We started with those who won seats in the House of Representatives, that if it stays that way or additional names go in for the Coalition for Democratic Change, as the National Elections Commission will announce on tomorrow, Tuesday, if additional names are announced for the Coalition for Democratic Change, then we can, with our reservation, unarguably say that CDC will control the legislature or the House of Representatives for another 6 years. So, how it is with the Senate, 15 senators ran, and it is our understanding that only four going back, only four. The rest of the winners are from out of the coalition for democratic change. So let's run through those who went, those who won. 15 persons sought election, 15 senators, 15 senators. So four are set to return to the Senate. Four, only four of those who were there. Those who were there, only four going back. Only four going back. And they have 9 years, 9 years to stay in the legislature. Senator elect Blebo Brown, Maryland County. Senator Prince Johnson, Nima County. Senator Albert G. Grand Crew, and Sir Joseph, Monserrado County, are the four that are expected to return to the Senate. Now, look back in 2014, the number of those senators who are returning is higher. In 2014, it was less. In 2014, only two lawmakers returned out of the 15 that contested or sought re election. Now, in 2014, Senator Vani Chamo, Steve Zago, Kamine Wisa, Prince Johnson, Daniel Nitten, dead, George Weah, now President, Abbott Shea, all of them enter the Senate. Public expectations were high. Many Liberians believed that the Senate would have become more efficient, viable, effective, hoping that the newcomers' background will make a significant difference. Did it happen that way? It's up to you. Another election came and gone with 11 new faces expected at the Senate. 11 new faces. So the question for you is this: what will be the difference? What difference, what impact these new faces, what kind of identity in philosophy we say metaphysics? What kind of metaphysics? That means the identity, how they're going to change the identity of the Senate. So what are those guys, or who are those guys? Gwezonga Philip Graham Bassa. But Gwezonga was in the legislature before. So we consider that he is a new senator, former pro tem. uh, he was defeated in 2014 by Jonathan Kabi. And then he served as foreign minister in President Weah's government. In 2020, he resigned from his ministerial position to contest the Senate seat, only to be defeated again by incumbent Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence. However, this year he opted to contest again, this time against the disapproval of his boss, we are told by President William, and defeated the man he defeated in 2024. So he going in the legislature. Finley is returning to the Senate with a wealth of experience. He been there before. Um, he has a very good understanding in legislative politics and governance. He is stepping back into a familiar territory. He doesn't, I don't think any journalist asks him the usual question they will ask almost everybody.
Yeah.
What are the three cardinal functions of the legislature? I don't think during his campaign anybody ever asked him because he is in depth. He is the presumptive winner. Yeah, a winner. We're a winner already. Yeah. What you heard next? Next, Grandpasa, winner. Glazon got feeling. And then the next person is Amara Kone, Makolu County. Amara Kone hasn't been in the legislature before, so he's new. He's JJC, Johnny just come or Johnny going there. But Amara Kone enters the legislature with a wealth of experience, exposure. He has that philosophical depth, that economic depth, that political depth. But the terrain, you will need time to learn. Unlike Finley, Amarcone is entering unfamiliar territory after serving as Minister of Finance and Development Planning under former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. He he contested against Senator Daniel Nitten. Nitten passed off before the election. In 2016, while serving as finance minister, the Senate attempted to build Amara Kone. This move was prevented by the Supreme Court after he was accused of acting beyond his constitutional powers. The Senate voted to jail Amara Kone days after he was named African Finance Minister of the year 2014 by the Banker magazine UK, citing his alleged overstepping of his powers to cut the budget by 1.2 million. So he goes there with a wealth of economic experience. I don't think he's going to be a senator that will just be sitting. What that means is he is a very good character that might find himself on one of those committees. And then the next person is Bond County Alex Tyler. He too is not a new person. He's not treading unfamiliar or uncharted territory. Alex Tyler was former speaker. He served more than 10 years in that position. He was elected representative by the people of District 1, Bowman County, in 2005 on the ticket of Unity Party. Returning to the legislature is a familiar path for him. However, he doesn't say that he's not going to face some hurdles, given what has happened over the years with the Big Brother 1, Big Brother 2, and other issues. Some of his colleagues have stayed there. His many years of presiding over the House of Representatives came to an end when his relationship with former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was no longer fair. And on we can go with him. And then there was the battle to remove Alex Tyler. That battle became a tense conflict between him and some of his colleagues who were once his allies. The effort or the ploy to unseat him was led by now Senator, now Senator Emmanuel Nukwe of Magidi County. So I hope that the relationship wouldn't be sour further. Uh, it was led by Emmanuel Nukwe. Emmanuel Nukwe led the campaign to have Alex Tyler removed. And now Nukwe is still in the house and on and on. Okay. So just little bit and bits and pieces of these guys put together. The next person is a new face in the legislature or going to be a new face. He is Nathaniel McGill, former Minister of State for Presidential Affairs. McGill served as the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, and he was seen as the Deputy President, as many would call him. And McGill ran his campaign. He got overwhelming number, and he's going into the legislature. He's new to legislative politics, but he doesn't say he isn't educated, well educated, well versed, well exposed, and he going to, I can say, I can say 100% that he's going to be. He already is open.
Mhm.
Yeah, because just his physique, just his style, you know that he's not going to be a pushover or a toss to and fro. So he won the October 10th election overwhelmingly in Makibi County, and he made it clear that he's not going into the legislature to be tossed here and there, but he's going to change a number of things in the legislature. He's going to face up to the reality. They will discuss the issues intellectually. They will debate the issues and a lot more. He's not going to opt for position, no, but rather to change a number of things in the district that the interest of the people will be paramount. So in 2022, the United States government designated several Liberian government officials. He's one of those, together with former port manager Bill Tware, who also won on CDC tickets. Serenius Stephens, he didn't contest. He's in private life. So McGill is one of the new faces going into the legislature, not a pooch over he's going to be. Everybody knows that. The next new face is Bill Twire, former minister and lawmaker, Maserado County District 3. In 2017, he recontested and was defeated. In 2018, he joined the Coalition for Democratic Change under President Weah and became the head of the Liberia Institute of Public Administration, LIPA for short. He was later appointed as the head of Gateway to Liberia's economy, National Port Authority. Like Nathaniel McGill, Bill Tware was sanctioned by the U.S. government. Going into the legislature, he's not going to be a pushover to another flow fighter. And then Daba M. Vapala, Grand Cape Mountain County. She is the only elected female senator. Sami Yao, the
Mhm.
only elected female senator. She won on the ticket of Unity Party. Her victory over incumbent Senator Vani Sherman on the back of many defeats. Many times she contested. That's what consistency does. You don't give up on the first defeat because it is not a defeat, but it's a reminder to continue. Not much is known about her public life. She has all along kept herself uh, beyond the scene. So we can say whether she's going to be a pure fighter or not, whether she's going to be a voice there. The Senate is a world by itself. When we say this person is going to be a full fighter, is already a full fighter, we know we have seen such person outside or before going into the legislature. Another name is another new face in the Senate, Momo Cyrus, Nova County. Momo Cyrus is another new boy going into the legislature. He has never worked in public sector. He is a security expert who runs a private security firm called Seagull. His first attempt was in 2020 senatorial election. He got defeated by former Defense Minister Brandon Samukai. Cyrus is going to the Senate with no idea legislatively, but as I listen to him over the time, I think he's going to be a voice. Every place is a school. A lot more you can learn once you are ready. The next phase in the Senate, as announced by the National Election Commission, is Creighton Duncan. Creighton Duncan ended his first term as representative in the House of Representatives, Sino County. He defeated incumbent Senator Milton Tiaji. So the legislature is a familiar terrain for him. So it's not going to be a problem. Before becoming a representative, he was the chief of office staff, the former central bank governor, Dr. Mills Jones, who also contested in 2017 for the presidency. He won and joined CDC. So these are the mixture of faces going into the legislature, the Senate to be specific. These are the names that going to get on the floor in few weeks' time. Bezonga Finley, Amara Conan, Alex Tyler, former House Speaker, Nathaniel McGill, former Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Bill Tware, former Managing Director, National Port Authority, NPA, Daba Vakila, Momo Cyrus, and Creighton Duncan. Sammy, these are the new, yeah, let's just take all as new faces. What the people often say, what we often hear say, newly elected, newly elected,
This
newly elected. What is your understanding of that expression, newly elected?
it's actually because they are going into the house, the work of
That
the people.
everything new,
Yeah,
just how you can say,
some of them
Bible
are
old
here.
things past,
Yeah,
everything will become new.
there's something that they are not there to do, right? So
But some of them,
it's a heavy responsibility, right? Because you are working for the Liberian people, and there's
so
something
how
that
you see the legislature going to be with these names already? You have Darius DeLong, Senator Yumli Kanga Lawrence, Bocha, Jennifer Bocha, Subo,
there's
Emmanuel Nokwe,
there's going to
and
be with
couple with these names.
yeah, McGill and all of this. It's going to be interesting. It is going to be interesting. And at the same time, I know that it's going to be fruitful because whatever we do it for the betterment of our country. So it's something that we are looking forward to see. And also the day that representatives and senators, they should be able to stick to their plans that they made to the Liberian people, the Liberia districts and counties. Yeah, they shouldn't go there and they start to give us the former president term. Yeah, so
But if assume that assume we don't have additional CDC winners on Tuesday from the Senate, and these names are the ones that are growing, and together with the ones already there, then it means that it's going to be the same 6 years that CDC wouldn't have a dominant voice in the Senate, unlike the House of Representatives.
yeah, it's going to be like that. But till we see the preliminary results and you see the final result tomorrow, we're looking forward to them too, and we'll be able to analyze it from that point. We get the result tomorrow.
So in no time we'll have the run off. Already campaign has opened, though it hasn't been formally announced by the National Elections
Well, you see,
Commission.
that's already.
Yeah, people are already campaigning because within themselves they know that it's 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So they're running ahead, giving themselves additional or starting with the first 1 week by themselves before the National Elections Commission
Doing all of
can
their
announce.
underground work, putting some things together to be able to start.
They've started discussing already with a number of people, parties, those who came with high mark, and those who score A, those who score A plus, those who score B, those who score B plus.
You know
Z-
I mean, Apeton is among the number.
Apiton,
I mean, Apeton is among the number.
you think Apiton going to be or is relevant in the runoff?
Um, some way, somehow, you will have him taking his political party to be able to sign with. Yeah, because he has votes to, though nobody do him like that, he got some votes.
And you think he will want to move here and there to campaign? Uh, he wouldn't be exposed that he didn't go to those counties to get the votes that he got. People just got
Already,
confused.
I really don't know because we never saw him campaigning at first. So why will he want to campaign in the second round, wherein he's not even in the runoff?
And the second round might expose him.
Yeah, it's what I'm saying. He's not even in the runoff. So why he want to campaign? We never saw any campaign or videos or photos from him. Neither the people's or press conference. He never did any of these things. So second round, when you are in the second round, you go to the campaign. It's kind of different. Yeah.
Now, let me get to your thought. What are the advantages and yeah, just the advantages for CDC Unity Party going into the runoff?
Mm, First, I would like to start with some of the disadvantages. Number one, out of the 5%, 10% you have going to the 18 political parties, which they are not in the list. Out of the percentage you have going to them, it won't be there anymore. Now it's the whole country with CDC and Joe Biden. So one of the points that I need push here is that as to how fast they will be able to campaign, as to if they will touch all parts
In
of
two
the
weeks?
country, yes, within 2 weeks. That's one of the questions we should be asking ourselves. And now you have
But
everybody.
it's up to them. It's not a question you should be asking. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's up to them.
as a citizen, like people out there, they are citizen, they are youths, and they are going to say that this will win the election. So how are they going to campaign with it? But they know how they are going to role play. They know how they will come up with it. But one of the things too is that in the run up, you really don't see everybody going to vote. Yeah, because you will see that some people will be like, after the first time already, I'm not going to vote. And on the other hand, too, some people they will, some people went to these various counties to be able to cast their votes for some of their lawmakers, right? So getting back on a truck to go and vote for their president is another thing too. Because some of them will say that I don't have that many belief on Rovio and Go County or believe on Rovio and Go Bowling County. At first, the vehicle was given to us, we never pay any money or to vote presidential candidates. Like, I ain't able to pay that money to go there. Yeah.
Already, they they've started accusing each other, but that is normal in politicking.
Oh,
You have limited time to canvass. They have started talking with those they find necessary because it has shifted. It has shifted from absolute majority to simple majority. So just one vote can give either CDC or Unity Party the win. So they will crisscross the ways they have started talking to those people like ACO, NPC, the MCPC, try to get the listing. Start to talk with those parties that ended the election with substantial number. In the runoff, you will hear the expression that, oh, everybody is significant. It is true, but everybody is not equally significant. Say if a party ends with 15,000 votes, they are significant. Um, they are near significant. They can be negotiated with. A party that ended the election with 50, they either CDC or Unity Party will opt for that 50. So assume 50 is added to what they've already have. Already had means yourself, your representatives, your senators, because you're not going to talk to your own senator, your own representative. You're
no.
going outside
Mhm.
to other parties, independent candidates. You're going into the stronghold. CDC will have to make inroads into Nima County,
Exactly. Into Baggy County.
IGB, Lofa
Lofa
County.
County.
Unity Party also have to make inroads into the southeast.
Yeah.
Into the southeast, they were massively fought into in the southeast. whether they have the finance and the logistics to move
That's one of
into
the
the
questions.
southeast to make inroads there.
Yeah.
Because if assume that they say they don't have XYZ catch and logistics, and they stay off moving into the southeast, and CDC is in the southeast, they're going to rake all of the votes there. If Unity Party would depend on Nima
Okay.
County and Lofa County, that and then move into those other areas, no. So there are too many advantages and disadvantages on both sides. Already, Unity Party said they don't have money. They don't have
Yeah.
money. They're looking for money for pool washers, for moving around, and CDC has it. At the moment, CDC has the table. CDC has the money. And
They are the incumbent.
yeah, when the expression goes out, people can interpret it to me or the taking state resources. Well, what that expression simply means is election. Election is money. No election on earth, no election by size is not about money. What that means is if you don't have money, you can get stuff. You can campaign. You can do a lot more. Least to say, if you are going into second round, second round is the most expensive. It's the most expensive election run off.
Sure.
It's the most expensive. Now, if you don't have the money, if you don't have the money, it's not to say the government going to take this or Unity Party going to take. No, you have a number of limitations. You have to look back how it all happened for you in the first round? What were your shortcomings? Where you did not reach? Where you did not get the kind of votes that you needed to get? How you going to face those people? The second round, the people are more open to catch.
Yeah.
They are more open to catch than any other thing.
Sure.
Even on the table, those political parties.
Artists are going to
that-
negotiate.
thank
Yeah,
you.
they will need money.
Already we're hearing people making proposal that they want this. They want this position. We're hearing substantial amount going to this person or being proposed. We're hearing people buying votes, people selling their voting card. Oh, everything comes down to money. When you sell your voting card, it means you want money.
Yeah.
You got money. And the person who has the money, the person will hear because it works in the person's favor. So people shouldn't misinterpret this thing when they say, oh, election and money there. So people can call and say, oh, the people do that. Election and money in your very community. Sammy, when people have the election, what do you see? Money. They say, oh, we
You
need money
go,
for this.
you go talk to people you gathering and then you just no.
Nobody get time for the rhetoric. You
Yeah.
leave something there
Yeah.
for them to be mooching that they will keep on discussing you.
Exactly.
Because when they drinking and eating, who means they discussing? That you.
Because you
Yeah.
wanna give it.
Yeah. Are you discussing voting and that publicity right there?
Of course.
That campaign. But you go talk to the people. You say, oh, you don't know they want this. And yeah, there. When we come out, when we win, we'll see you. So the second round, the money. And CDC going into the elections have always maintained, given the factors I've studied, putting all of those bits and pieces together, going into the election, the second round, I see CDC as the favorite. Being the favorite doesn't say you can win it, but it also means that you can win it. Favorite, when you hear the expression, and this expression you use most often in football game, you hear the analysts say, going into the match, Sammy is the favorite to win it. That means they are looking at the factors associated with Sammy or the advantages he has going into the match. But it doesn't say that they're controlling the reality. They're only looking at the factors. So when we say CDC is the favorite going into the second round, they are the favorite to win it. It's because all of those factors that are in their favor, those factors they are in the reverse for Unity Party. Unity Party have always made it clear that they didn't get money. They're looking for money. They're asking the people to help. They're coming up with a number of things. CDC not worrying much. All they need to do is, I think that what they have started doing are talking with those parties that got substantial votes,
But
yeah, and can they can influence them. And then, so okay, in the next few minutes, let's turn to you, and then we zoom out. what have you to say? 07709790708809797 in the next few minutes, and then we call it a day on the show to get ready for another presentation on tomorrow. But before tomorrow, they, you have uh, okay, you have Lorena Colette coming up with the afternoon lunch program. And then after that, you got bits and pieces. And then after that, you got issues of the day with Sekou Sherry. And then the news at 9. So you want to stick with us with all of our programs. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, morning. How you doing?
Yeah, we are doing good. We are doing good just as you are.
Calling from Father Community.
Let's hear you, sir.
Yes. So the last time when you were putting the number of Southeastern, that is, the last set was Southeastern. Because if you were spelling the number of Southeastern, big number, and people are living to Southeastern, there are many.
Oh,
And why
watch,
you
watch,
put
no,
that
no,
out on the
no,
number?
hold it there. Hold it there. No, we weren't calling big numbers from the Southeast. We quoted the national election. In fact, we did not even quote the National Election Commission. We
Okay,
played the National Election Commission. The Edgar Brown Lassana was the one who read everything in the presidential. So
I want to ask
we
you a
didn't
question.
quote big numbers. No,
I
get
want
it
to
first.
ask you a
Accept the
question.
correction. No, get it
I want to
first.
ask you a
Accept the
question.
accept the correction
I want to
first.
ask you a
Zero,
question.
accept the correction first. 0770 We every day you listen to the radio, every day you listen to the radio, yeah, you understand Brown Line thing, Edward Brown Lassana or people finish with the press conference, then we play it again. Play it again for everybody to get it. Play it two times. Play it in the day and then we play it in the night for everybody to hear. Nobody quote anybody. We play it for you to hear from yourself so that you can say, no, this one I did, this one I that. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah.
Good morning. Thank you this morning. Kamara.
Let's hear you, Amara.
Thank you for the show this morning. You know, I really appreciate your I think Bible to your. There's several people this morning. This morning, people will say. When you say you are classified but now, as we are talking, the city government willing to spend money for itself. And then the party is starting and taking people who is in the company rescue, taking it to help them with money, my brother. I guess. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you for calling. Have a nice. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, I'm calling from Quebec.
Let's hear you, Sele.
Okay, I want to make something very clear. I can recall in the year 2005, 2011, at the time I was very more for CDC. There were lots of sacrifices, and CDC did not stop with time. We printed our own t-shirt, we sampled ourselves, we did a lot of things for CDC. We're just looking like when a man wants a woman, and this woman is really in love. This man don't have to stand. So let's come back to United Party. United Party is true. I 100% agree with you that United Party does not have money to really say as compared to that of PAC.
That's what I said. That's what I'm putting them. I'm not saying that they don't have. They say, I often say Unity Party said because I listen to them. I hear the officials say.
Yes, that's true. That's when you because that's the thing most of them have. Well, I want to make something very clear. It will shock more people because there are some things that I don't have proof of now that it is saying that maybe growing point, people causing coming, this, that. But when these issues are not taken care of, and there's left with the Liberia themselves to come out of it, and certain regularities are the application place, both by the government and the party. And when these regularities are not taking place, I can challenge anybody. We call, I will call it now, tell it all tomorrow. You say the good picture because more people who will vote for this will come running. People straight out of the park, people will eat that money. People will eat that money and let them down. So thank you.
Thank you for calling too. Have a nice day. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah.
Why I ask my question and you open from my ear one?
No, but you didn't give yourself chance. The thing is conversation keep. Nobody takes into calling anybody off. But you gotta wait. You can't just be running and running and running. You don't want to give chance.
No,
You are
I'm
not
not
the only
running.
person when
I
someone
took my phone time to
no,
ask you this
no,
question.
listen. You said we were quoting BP numbers from the southeast. And every day you listen to the National Elections Commission. Every day. As a woman quoting or not or reading the provisional results. We only play. Then you say we're quoting. They're not us quoting. Say, I heard
Hello.
next chairman said.
Hello. Hello.
I'm listening to you.
Yeah. And what do I what do I the election yeah, yeah, for. For.
Good people now. Good people now.
Come on, come on. What I was telling
Oh, man.
you.
Are you ready, yeah, man? Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah. Yeah, Chief, let's tell you on there.
All right, thank you very much. I am Christian calling from the county.
Let's tell you, Christian.
All right, thank you very much for the program this morning. We really appreciate you guys for the program this morning. But I want to assure you that my city committee will surely be turned over this to CDC as granted the key main issue. In the first term, we have some little nurses in my city county. We want to assure you that this month of the election and by the afternoon, the same in my county. I want to say thank you very much for your pre-prediction as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you for calling to have a nice Monday morning in my little county. Hope all of you there are faring well. Okay. So thank you for spicing it up all the time with God. So be on the show. Uh, yes.
Okay, so I would like to say thanks to all those that followed this morning. Indeed, it was a great presentation. We had
So what I'm hearing that Eugene Pagon left phone talk is off.
yeah, yeah, yeah. One of the things I can tell people is that if you Liberians could sit here and allow people up there who they are not even here, they are up there alone, family members. In Liberia is all we have. People sit there, listen to speak on every night, they let them to say things.
But what is that? What is happening? Why they think crazy?
I don't know. But if I listen, because from the concept of this meeting, first day when David was in the meeting, we have whole talks, small talk. At times I listen, right?
Yeah,
But
but what I'm saying, Tommy, he is a force.
of
He
course,
is a force. He
of
was
course,
a strong fanatic or supporter of the Unity Party. So leaving, probably maybe he might get on another platform, or he already has another platform or something. Like something may have happened.
something happening there, yeah, because the way which it used to be for you to just get up and say that you don't want to be on talk again, the racist eyebrow. So something happened. Yeah, but nevertheless, I would like to say thanks to all of you for following this podcast, those that follow through or social media, thanks for sharing all of your comments. It will be read out of the news. And also, I would like to say thank
You no, but
yeah, my eyes is low far, so you will be out and comes to you. So thanks for watching. Till see you tomorrow morning. We have a great evening. Goodbye.
okay. So tomorrow we got permits. Sam Andrews, Samira Waller presentation on this 23rd day of October. Good morning, Liberia. Thank also to you who follow from Kakatama, Gibi County on Voice of Liberia 89.7 and the online radio www.voiceofliberiaradio.com. Apart from those of you who are following from Morovia, Voice of Liberia 104.1, you can follow all of our programs on the station. My name is Herman.
The hits just keep on coming.